Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
I think
Ooh,
I think I have a background on and I don't know how to turn it off.
it's nice. I like you got help for humanity. You got a little echo, but that's okay.
Oh, well, I'm in a new home, so there
Ah,
might be an echo in my new office.
oh, look at you. You're looking
Yes.
all pretty like always in your little office.
I haven't seen you for so long. How are you?
I know, I know. I think yeah, last time we did our board meeting, and then we're doing business, so we didn't get a chance to really like talk, and then through text. So I'm like, no, I got to do better than this with my queen. I miss my queen.
Yeah.
So today, today is the third Thursday. And as everybody know, we come on the first and third Thursday. If you're just coming in, I see some people coming in, peeping in here. This is the Help Heal Humanity show with yours truly, Barbara J. Beckley, and the Queen Bee, Serena Bufalino. Yay, yay, yay. And we come on for two reasons. First, to always get you updated and understanding and educated when it comes to the nonprofit that we both support, Help Heal Humanity, and giving you just updates, volunteer updates, what's going on in the world, what's going on in the world of Haiti, and all that kind of good stuff, so you know what's going on. Then a lot of times we do bring in other nonprofits that we interview because we want to show the love. Everybody's trying to help in this world in some kind of way. So we felt like coming together, collaborating, that is, another thing that we do. And sometimes when we don't have a guest, we have teachable moments. So we're going to have a teachable moment tonight because we don't have our guests. We're going to be on for a little while. I'm going to let Serena take it over as far as giving updates with Helpful Humanity. And then we'll both kind of talk about the teachable moments that I have that she doesn't even know about yet.
No, I'm very curious, but you know what? I love that because I think everything that we do at Help Heal Humanity, we do entirely from our hearts, from a place of love and a place of giving, and of course, always a place of service. So it's great to be here today. I'm upset that I missed last week's show, and I think the reason why I was missed, sorry, last week's show is because of what's currently happening in Haiti. So for those of you that are listening, that are watching, that are viewing, yes, I am Serena Bufalino. I'm the CEO and founder at Help Heal Humanity. Um, I've been, I have collectively with some incredible board members from Canada, the U.S., and from Haiti. Been running the charity for 5 years. This is actually our 5-year anniversary, and a lot of people don't know that. And we didn't really shine upon it too much. I think just life is busy. Life is really busy. Um, but and there's so much going on in the world right now, and it's it's sad to see that in modern times, the wars that we are having and the conflicts and the suffering and the degree of suffering that people are going through, and financial instabilities, and a lot of transitions. So there's so much going on, and I don't know, maybe those will be teachable moments. How do we get through those days? How do we get through those
Yeah,
times? And how do
like that.
we as a charity, how do we keep our programs running? And how do we make sure that our main priority and our main mission, which is educating vulnerable youth, vulnerable communities, building schools for them, getting kids in the schools, getting teachers, directors, and one of the missions of Help Heal Humanity is to work in the most vulnerable of places. So for example, Canada, we have is a fairly safe country to be in. But we have extreme pockets of poverty, homelessness, food insecurity. A lot of shelters, a lot of things going on right in our backyard. So we never forget about what's going on in our backyard. Barbara, as you know, in the USA, we do programs there. But
Yes.
our main priority has been Haiti. And Haiti, for those of you who don't know, is the poorest country in the Americas and one of the poorest countries in the entire world. And specifically, right now, a couple years ago, the president was assassinated, and the entire country is being run by gangs and a lot of gang activities. So the reason why I wasn't here for our last podcast, and I apologize greatly because we had a Haitian woman with an incredible organization that I was dying to talk to, because I unless you've lived there, seen it, breathe it, live it, you'll never understand.
Yeah.
I never understood it until I went there, and I don't understand a lot of the world and what is happening until I get on the grounds and I see it and I witness. So I can always speak my truth from my experiences, and that's kind of what we do here on the show, anyways. So yeah, I mean, I love Help Heal Humanity. Barbara, I love that you are a part of Help Heal Humanity, and you're always like the biggest cheerleader, trying to do and support in every which way possible. You bring us to the other incredible networks that you run and you operate. And congratulations on your new own personal station now. I mean, that's a
Yes.
huge dream
Yes.
come true for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. But just to let you know, Queen Serena, the wonderful queen that came on at the last show, she's going to be coming on again because she said, I want to meet Serena. I want to do it with Serena too. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you will love her. She's so bubbly. She's so loving.
Well, yeah, I follow
and
her.
she wants to, what do you say?
I follow her on social media, and
Oh, yeah.
I see her posts and I see what she's doing.
Yes. She's doing a lot. She's doing a lot. So she wants to, she said she'll come back anytime you need her, that we need her. So I can't wait for the three of us to come on.
So, a little bit of update about, what HHH is doing right now, and some of the current projects that we have, and some of our upcoming projects for those of you who are viewing, watching, listening, and want to get involved. Of course, we have our school that HHH built, runs entirely in Canaan, Haiti. And Canaan, Haiti is, like I said, Haiti is already like one of the poorest and now scariest places to be in the world. But we not only work in Haiti, but we work in the hardest to serve areas in Haiti, which makes our work so much more needed, but so much harder. And right now there is a good 10 massive gangs that have taken over the entire city of Port-au-Prince. Our school happens to be located in the area where two of the largest gangs operate. The fact that Help Heal Humanity has kept our doors open and remained open is, when I say a miracle, I mean a miracle. Some of our board members in Haiti, they work for the Haitian Task Force, head of Rotary International. They work in government. They're highly connected, very like on top of every natural disaster, every, thing that goes on. And there are times last year and the year before that when I was talking to them and I said, well, I still got to do what's happening in Canaan, and then I can come and work with you guys. And they would say, Serena, your school is not running. Your school is not running. And I'm like, yes, it is. I swear to your school is running. And I would send them videos where, the teacher's actually writing the date on the chalkboard, the kids are there. And I would show them daily lessons of our school operating. And I think, we already have enormous amount of respect in Haiti, but for people to see that our school in the middle of this massive gang war is still open, is still operating. We still have our kids there. We still have our teachers there. And somehow we are still getting the funding to keep it open during these times is huge. So many charities have closed their doors. Almost every school in Canaan and Croix du Bouquet, which are the neighborhoods, have shut down their doors. And
wow,
we keep ours open. So yeah, we were very excited this September. We opened up our doors. Our school program is running. Everything is going well. We have all of our donors connected to students. So we feel really good about that. Yeah, there was some problems, in the last couple of weeks, but again, it reminds our donors, it reminds us just how grateful we are to live in a country where we not only have, roof over our heads, electricity for us to be on this call tonight. We have a glass of water that I could get the water if I wanted to out of my tap. I have a stove, oven, all of these things, which is funny because as a side note, in my day job, which is a teacher, I'm teaching geography and we're looking at natural disasters. And again, we're looking at earthquakes, and I tell people about the earthquake in Haiti. And that's originally what brought me to Haiti in 2010, like literally days after the earthquake. And,
Wow.
some of my footage was better than the footage on YouTube. So we were going
On CNN. I saw CNN.
yeah, it was,
Wow. You were right there.
and to see that a country who has nothing, again, like, there's been earthquakes all over the world and many countries have recovered because of what they have. Haiti has never recovered from that, and I'm really sad to say that in 13 years of working in that country faithfully, our charity, every year I feel like I'm saying it's getting worse, it's getting worse, it's getting worse. And so when I say that Haiti needs our help more than ever, I truly mean that and believe that with every ounce of my being. The Haitian people are incredible, beautiful people who just because they were born where they are born have almost chance at life. So that's why we at Help Heal Humanity focus on education and trying to build children out of poverty, and aside from education and helping youth, we do focus on food insecurities and making sure that people are at least fed, both locally and globally in the world. So I'm very proud of the work that we do at HHH.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm really proud of that you put on your heart to create this, because I know it takes a team. You have a team, you have a board. I'm a part of the board and I get all of that. But it always takes that one person to have that idea, that little ding, that little light, that little bulb that pops up in our head. And it did for you, and your heart was just there. And that's why I always stick around, because I tell people, I said, one thing about Serena, she is the real deal when it comes to helping and being in the face of the people that are being helped. I mean, you have took your own, like we were always like praying to say, please come back when you went to Haiti just recently.
Yep.
And, that was, I was like, oh my God, I want her to make sure she's okay. But this is what you do. You're like Wonder Woman.
Well, this is what I feel like is, like one of the gifts I've been given. And again, I didn't know I was given this gift and this ability until I was put into like really extreme, I guess, crises situations. And I knew immediately, like, how do I change this situation? How do I at least like either make you laugh, make you forget the problems, make you feel a little bit more at ease. And I think just my intuitive nature of wanting people to be okay allows me to just be okay in these situations. And like you said, HHH was in Haiti for the month of August, and that's another one of our current programs. Aside from our student sponsorship and our food programs, HHH, which is new because I never really thought we would leave Port-au-Prince because that is where the need is needed. However, it is getting increasingly scarier and scarier to step ground in Port-au-Prince. And yes, I do put my life on the line, but I can't take people there anymore because I would never jeopardize other people's lives in Port-au-Prince, that is. And so in order to continue our work in Haiti, we've been expanding outside of Port-au-Prince. And so one of our current projects right now is we started in partnership with DHL, which again, DHL is like an international company that people know all over the world. If you're shipping your goods, it's either, DHL or
FedEx, yeah.
Right. And so again, being the busy little bees that we are, and I call us hustlers for humanity.
I like that. Hustlers for humanity.
Hustlers for humanity. That's who we are. That's what we do. We started a partnership with them, and after 2 years of me just nudging, talking, poking.
You do that well. You do that well.
I think they started to see like, okay, again, DHL didn't particularly want to work in Haiti. Everybody's afraid to work in Haiti. And then again, we're sending computers to Haiti. Are they actually going to arrive? Is there going to be electricity? All of that stuff. So the main mission of Help Heal Humanity going to Haiti this summer was to set up a couple computer labs, and some of the first ever computer labs in two different schools in what is considered the next major city in Haiti, which is Cap-Haïtien. So we are currently running two, and they just opened up in September. And if people go to our social media, they will see or get our newsletters. We've been getting pictures and videos of kids in these computer labs learning, how to turn on a computer, learning how to type. I think there's like a nationwide tech competition going on, and I think a few of our students have actually made the cut, right? So it's quite incredible. When you provide the services, and that's the one thing that I love about the people of Haiti is the people of Haiti want change. They want to educate themselves. They want to be better. So any opportunity they have to learn, they will do what it takes. And so when people like us come in and we listen. We don't give what we think they need. We listen to what they need and they want, and then we go and hustle to get those resources for them, and we come back and bring it to them. It's life-changing for them. And, so another one of our current programs is our computer labs in partnership with DHL, which again, DHL, I remember being there and sending them videos of us setting it up with some of the technicians, and they were so impressed. They were so impressed because they've had partnerships, but they've never actually had a partnership in Haiti doing a computer lab, and us successfully showing them, look, here are your computers. Here are our technicians. They are going through the computers. They're telling me what is missing, what is needed. I'm giving you that list so you continue to support us. And, and so I have to say, like, I haven't been able to stay on top of everything because I do have multiple jobs, but our DHL partnership and computer lab is coming along well. And, there's a future projects in the works that we won't reveal today. But again, these strives of success are leading us to be able to do more, give more, and help more.
Yeah. Wow, awesome. So okay, so I want to take us somewhere where, please don't hit me.
One more project, but we
you got another project before. Okay,
that one like closer to the end. It's our annual holiday giving that we are notorious for, right? So I have to say I'm a really happy person, Barbara. I don't know if you knew this, but I do not like Christmas. I'm like Grinch.
Oh, you don't like Christmas. Okay. I mean, I'm not like all about it, but why do you
for not liking Christmas? And I've been like this my whole life. And it's funny because at the time I didn't know why I was like this, but now that I, can think for myself and speak for myself and be in the world for a couple more years than when I was a little girl, I see the stress that the holidays create. Right? So for me, side note, my favorite holiday is Thanksgiving, because Thanksgiving doesn't involve presents, gifts, nothing. Thanksgiving is a time to be together and just be grateful, which we should be every day. Christmas to me is everybody's looking for gifts. Everybody has to buy something from, from Santa, from the parents, from this, from that. And especially as somebody and a charity that devotes herself to the most vulnerable communities, the Christmas holidays are immensely stressful for them, right? So HHH, before HHH existed, and again, I would do these things on my own, and people didn't know about it because I didn't have to brag about it. Now we kind of got to brag about it because we need to show donors what we're doing, and we need the money, and we need to prove to people we are doing what we say with the money, which is number one value, integrity. So this holiday, Christmas giving, we are doing what we do every year in multiple countries. We are providing children that are living in shelters, living with their moms who have been battered, abused, and they are in shelters trying to get help and seek safety. So all the children that are living in various shelters, YWCAs, and other private ones that for confidentiality, we can't always list their names. We fulfill the wish list of all the kids in shelters. Not every shelter, but we have a handful of shelters, and I'm very excited about that. So anybody who, wants to give back this holiday season, you contact us at Help Heal Humanity info@helphealhumanity.org, and we will set you up. Um, in addition to fulfilling children's wish lists, we do provide moms like care packages, just socks, some creams, some lotions, some pajamas. We go out in all the encampments. Um, and again, the encampments are, people who don't have homes, who are living on the streets, living in tents. And we go out to them and we give them food and clothing during the holiday season. So again, if you want to help the people in your backyard who are facing food insecurities and housing issues and crises, we go out and we provide that. And then, oh God, I know there's one more thing, and I'm happy.
We got a lot of people understand. They understand. Help Humanity is a lot.
Programs, we have our encampment programs, we have our Christmas programs. We are working in partnership with Chris. If you sign up for our newsletter, go to our website. We have some big names that we're working with. So I'll be honest, I wanted to take a holiday for Christmas because it's like my only time as a teacher to have off. But when some people started contacting me, Serena, will HHH do this? Will HHH do this? And then I'm like, if I'm not here to oversee that and make that happen, then it's not going to happen. So.
And that's what you do best. I have to say. I know you're looking like, yep, that's it.
Karma, well, something good will happen during March break, I hope.
Yes. You need to make sure you get your self-care too, like I tell people. But two things real quickly. You mentioned about giving me thanks, because I know Canada had their Thanksgiving and we're having ours next week in the US. But I believe Thanksgiving should be all the time. I know they pick certain days and everything that everybody comes together and give thanks, but it should be that every day. So that's going to be some of our teachable moments tonight. See, you didn't even know, and I was going to do that. But before we get to that, and I don't want Serena to get upset at me right now, we have to bring up a wonderful queen angel from our Help Humanity family that passed last month. Before we talk about that, Queen Rowena, I'm going to play a video because we're going to have a special. I know that's why I said, Serena, please don't kill me. We're going to have a special show just really talking about this queen. But we're giving you updates and we want to make sure that you at least know. Because I gave a little bit update, but I didn't want to say too much because I know with family and you were doing a lot of stuff for the family, Serena. I mean, that was like her sister. Serena only was like sisters. So I want to play this, get your tissue, and we'll be right back. Okay. I am so sorry. I didn't want to put you in that realm, but I want to still give her, she's always living in our hearts. So that's one reason why I want to play that, because some people know her, some people don't. But everybody needs to know Rowena. Even though she's not here physically, she's always going to be with us, always. So Serena, I just a little take if you feel up to it.
No, most definitely. I mean, I absolutely love Rowena. A little background on, for sure, my soul sister. I met Rowena back in 2017 when I decided to take my passion of service and helping others to the actual level of what has now known as Help Heal Humanity. And And so I wanted a lawyer. I was like, you know what? You guys all know, I don't know how to spell if my life depended on it. Yeah, I am a teacher and the students correct my spelling, and that's okay because I am a perfect example that we can still do a lot of things with imperfections. Uh, so I wanted the lawyer, and I had phoned around different places, and Rowena had picked up the phone, and she basically told me, like, no, you're not looking anywhere else. I'm the girl. I'm going to get this done for you. She convinced me. She had, so much wisdom and smarts about her. She was witty. She was pretty. She was cute. She was smart.
Beautiful.
And she had integrity. And she said that, like, I will own everything. If I screw up, I will tell you. If I make a mistake, I'll let you know.
Mm-hmm.
And long story short, not only did we work together for the next, 3 to 4 weeks to get all the paperwork done, but once the whole time we were working on the paperwork, she, what is the mission? What are you guys trying to accomplish? What do you want to do? What do you see yourself in 3 years, 5 years? And I'm dreaming big, and I'm telling her everything. And she always saying, I need to be part of this organization. I need to be part of this organization. And I'm like, listen, just get the paperwork done, do your job, and then we'll talk. And we laugh because I can count, I feel like, on one hand, the number of times I've gotten really upset at people. She was one of them. And that doesn't happen often because I'm the type of girl that will just walk away quietly. But, HHH and this paperwork was important to me. So I was like, come on. And then, when she called me to tell me that, our charity was incorporated, she literally sent me her resume. And she's like, and that was it. I read her resume, what I had heard of and seen of her in those weeks. She was like our first official board member. She started off as a director, and then she became the director of business, and then she became in charge of our sponsorship program. She came down to Haiti with me. She helped me and our charity tremendously. In her last few years of life, she was our vice president. And I remember her being in the hospital beds, and, her and I, we were extremely close during her illness. I mean, we were close to begin with, but during her illness, I think she knows, and I think people who know me well, I have held a lot of people's hands in their deaths. I have been a caregiver. And I think the more and more you caregive, the more you understand the role, and maybe the better you are at it. I feel like every time I have an opportunity to caregive, I feel like it's not only a healing, beautiful process for me, but it allows me to understand that process better. And so I'm grateful. As you said, we became soul sisters, and even when she was sick, she's in the hospital. She can hardly get up to use the washroom, and she's like, "So what can I do for HHH?" I'm like, "You can do us all a favor and just focus on getting better or healing and stop thinking about us." Just to, I don't want to spend a whole lot of time, but yeah, Rowena is special to us. I love how you said in our last board meeting, we should do something specifically for Rowena.
Yeah.
The,
We do special.
The gifts, the messages, and what she radiated in this world were just incredible. And when she passed, she had told her family, like, in lieu of flowers, I want people to donate to help heal humanity. And in just a couple days, her family and friends donated over $6,000 to charity. So yeah, so I think we're going to do something really special at Christmas time in honoring Rowena. There are some other things that we have in mind for our queen. And again, as you said, I feel so blessed, so grateful, and like grateful. And you said this is, Thanksgiving, and you want to talk about being grateful. It's funny. I was thinking about this on my walk with my dog. My mom and my dad and my sister, they were all in the hospital, and they were all dying at the same time. And all of it was completely unexpected. So it was like a trifecta tragedy all in one. And I remember waking up, and instead of feeling sorry for myself, and instead of like being tired, depressed, or sad, I woke up every single day and I said, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be their caregiver. Thank you for giving me the strength and the tools and the opportunity to be
Yes.
their caregiver, to learn how to be there for them. And I in many of times in my life where, like, once in a while I'll have a little small pity party and feel sorry for myself, but 99% of the time, every situation I see the light in it. And I think we should all see the light in it. And if you
Yes.
really, like, my mom, she was within 6 months, she was sick and she died. And I used
Wow.
to think to myself, what about those people who die suddenly like that? Like,
Yeah.
so I found strength in looking at the big picture, and every little special moment was a gratitude gift that kept me on track and kept me going. And Rowena was so much like that. Like, she was grateful, and
Yes.
me being with her made me feel extremely grateful. And at her celebration of life, which I must say is by far, hands down, the best celebration of life I've ever been to in the history of my life. It
Well,
was
I'm so proud of you. I mean, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm so proud of you how you went there. I think you said only like 4 people. You were one of the people that spoke, and they were like, "What do you
I
got? Like a stand ovation? Didn't you
was
get like this thing?"
aside from her mother, her father, and her sister, I was the only other one that got to speak.
Wow.
And I got to tell people all the stories. I was supposed to, surprise, surprise, I was supposed to talk for 6 minutes, and I spoke for 18 minutes because people recorded it and sent it to me. And all
Oh,
of
that's
you
okay. Just another what? Just another 11 minutes. No problem.
and
But you know what? It came from the heart. That's what's the yeah.
and everybody talked about the work that she did in the service work, but I gave example after example after example of the work that her and I did together, and the deeds that I saw her give, and the things that she did. And so when I
Yes.
was done, I'm not lying to you, there was people coming up to me right, left, and center, not only thanking me for that, but saying to me, how do we keep this legacy going? How
Mm.
can we, in my tradition at 6 months, we do a celebration. How do we do a celebration fundraiser at 6 months? How do we do it at a year? And as you were saying in our board meeting, like, what do we do to keep her legacy alive? And, I do believe that she's with us every day. I do feel like there are certain times where I definitely feel her presence. Um,
Yes.
and she's giving me, signs and encouragement and, just love.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, we will do that as a charity. Our mission is to try to alleviate the suffering in the world, and and I think that's
Yes,
what
you
Rwanda
will.
did, and we can use this as an opportunity to keep her legacy alive and to continue to do the good work that we do. So
Yeah. Yeah. Serena, I mean, I didn't know her as long as you did, but when I met her through you and when she came on the show twice, the first time she had me with hello. Like the movie says. She had me with hello. I said, now Serena, I already just put you in the angel spot of queens. And then I met Rowena. And I was like, there's two. There's two huge angels that I'm around, that I get to be around, that I get to learn from about humility, that I get to learn from being having passion, get to learn from humbleness. I mean, you two just zoot that so much. And every time I even think about just a little bit saying, well, Barbara, blah, 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 I think about you and Arena, because I was like, wait a minute, whoa, whoa, whoa. Barbara, stop, stop. You got a lot of stuff going. You got a lot of things. There's other people that don't, and you always remind me of that every time I see you. I talk to you, and when we would talk, same thing with her. That's what I loved about you too. You would always bring everybody back centered and really have us focus and say, it's bigger than us. We got to look at the bigger picture here. There's a lot of people that are in need right now.
well, I
So
think that's the thing. I think a lot of us we have perceptions and we have ideas about why these people and or countries are in the situations that they're in. The mental health, the drug addictions, the suffering. Again, like, mental health and addictions go hand in hand. And that all relates back to a lot of, like, the homelessness, the food insecurity crisis, poverty beyond poverty. How do you get out, in a place like Haiti where you don't have government, you don't have services, you don't have resources. So what I've learned I think from a young age and my whole life is, if you're brave enough and if you're strong enough and if you kind of just jump in, like just jump in, don't try to preconceive what that experience is going to be like. What is it going to look like? How is it going to affect me? Am I going to be okay? Just jump right in. And when you're going to do something with pure integrity, with pure love, and like the only mission here is like, how do I help you? So you don't need a job, you don't need a severe education, you don't need lots of money. You're just standing in front of people and saying, how can I help you? And usually it
Yeah.
doesn't involve money. It usually involves the simple things. And that's why I think I love service, is because
Yeah.
it's simple and it's
Yeah.
appreciated. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, the people that have nothing appreciate everything. And sometimes, unfortunately, the people who have everything still don't know how to find joy. And so selfishly for me, I get a great feeling in serving the poorest of the poor. Um,
Yes.
and you'll see that they are filled with gratitude. They are filled with joy. And
I know. I be seeing their smiling faces and they just be so, and I'm like, you're in this situation and you're just smiling. I asked you that question. Serena, they just sitting there smiling, laughing, all happy, hugging on you and everything.
oh yeah,
And
oh
it's
yeah.
like so sweet. Yeah.
It even happens at school. A lot of the kids say to me, like, Miss, how do you do that? Right? Because the spec ed kids love me. The alt ed, well, that sounds so bad. Spec ed kids love me. But they do. They do. Because you know what? Because I become animated and I become one of them. Like, I think I am like so much fun with the special education youth and students.
Yeah.
The at risk one, again, I can get real and I can get down with them. And so, like, at lunch hour, we're not supposed to have our classes open. At lunch hour, I never get a lunch hour because all the kids are in my classroom. So you know what I mean? And when you give, when you really give and you're in those situations, you really, it's like it kind of takes over you. And I think that's what life is all about. Life is all about giving without just being of service, being there, holding somebody's hand, loving somebody, giving them a sandwich, and 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 expecting nothing back in return. Like, I will say, this was the life I lived my whole life until HHH. But the difference is now that I do it for HHH, I have to kind of publicize what I do, in order for our charity to continue
Yeah.
growing. But
Yeah.
you
But
know,
it comes, but see, the thing I like about you that makes you, I always tell you this, what makes you unique more than the other nonprofits in my mind, and this is according to Barbara Beckley, so don't get upset, everybody, is that your heart, you exude, it's like I already want to give you money. As soon as you start opening your mouth and you start saying what you do. Because you like you said, the integrity is there. You show up. See,
yeah,
that's so important. You show up and you just don't talk. You know how some people just like, yeah, we gotta do this, they do all that talking, and then you don't see any action, you don't see nothing going on. You make stuff happen. When we all thinking like, how's it gonna happen? All of a sudden you come flying in. Da, 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 da.
you really know how to blow up my head over here,
But
Miss.
I'm saying, but this is true. This is so true. Everybody, I'm not making this up just because I love Serena as a person, an angel. She does this, and it makes me see. That's another thing. She impacts us so much that when she does that, she creates an impact in us that it makes us want to do it, and that's what it's all about. When you're in a nonprofit organization, when you can not just impact yourself like you're doing, you always impact. You always put because you just that's Serena. But when you can impact me and a whole bunch of other people, and we're like, yeah, let's do it. Well, how are we going to do it? It don't matter. Let's just do it.
Yeah, half the time, and I'll be honest, I didn't always know what I was doing, and I still don't always know what I'm doing. But I think because it's coming from a place of love, um,
Yes,
and people are there to listen and to support, and then we grow and move together. And
that's it.
another thing that I do believe, which again makes it hard for HHH, is we're all here out of the goodness of our heart. We don't have paid employees. Our paid employees are the people who are like running our schools, the teachers, the principals, the directors. Of course, they have to run the school, they have to run the programs, but every board member and every worker, and like,
Mhm.
who comes to mind right now are people like Joni, you know,
So,
Joni, that girl, I want to go to sleep after this, and she'll probably be texting me about like some work I got to get to her. I love you, Joni. You are the best. And Mary Kay,
She
and
be
you, Barbara. And actually, I have to do something for you right now is get you an assistant and clean up the YouTube page, and there's a lot of times where I just don't want to do anything anymore, but I have to do it and I think that's how we reciprocate. We do it all for free. We do it all for love, and we all support each other. And I think, that's what life is about. It's not we're never going to transform the entire world. We are never going to change Haiti. I mean, but what we can do is our little part. And if everybody just did their little part with gratitude, with kindness, we can really change the whole world.
So
do it.
So Queen, you're such a super queen that you covered half of the little teachable moments that I was going to talk about. I was like, I'm just going to get Serena. I'm not even going to say nothing because she took it all. See, because you know why you took it all? Because when you look in the dictionary, everybody, if you pull up Webster or whatever dictionary you use, and you look up, thank you, get grateful, you'll see Serena's face there. I'm telling you. So Serena, one of the biggest things you mentioned, just to give people a little list of stuff, just in case they want some other ideas, for being thankful and grateful, is the biggest thing you talked about is expressing things through acts of kindness. And that can be the littlest thing, like maybe helping somebody with a chore, or just send a message to say, hey, I was thinking about you, Serena. I'm giving you a happy face with some hearts. Some kind of act of kindness, because you don't know what the person on the other end is going through.
Just to check it. Just
to check in.
Thinking of you, sometimes, it was tough for me in August, September. I went through a really challenging time in my life. I didn't really have too much time to process it because I had so much going on, which maybe I'm feeling now. But I remember the odd person, you, Barbara, one of the, a good friend, Anya Jones, people just sending me a text message and just like, I know you're going through a lot right now. I'm here. Like, not even like, I don't even expect you to respond right now. I just want you to know I'm thinking of you and I'm here for you, and just acknowledgement. With my students, I know it sounds so silly. I keep referring to my students because, I'm at my work 50 hours a day. I mean, 50 hours a week. Like I have extra phone chargers, so they can all come and charge their phones. I have snacks in my drawer, and the other day I said to them, I was like, listen, Miss B has run out of snacks. I was too busy. I didn't have time to go and get them. Who the hell's going to get me a snack? And, I'm like being sarcastic. I swear to you, how many kids came to school for me? I was like, okay, I'll just put it back in the drawer, and now it's all full again. But like, it's those small things. Holding a door for somebody, and what I find the most beautiful, and I think it's so underrated. And I live, like, I just recently moved, so I'm living downtown, and downtown is where I live is quite rough. And I walk down the street and I walk my dog all the time. But I walk and I can see angry people. I can see people distressed. I can see people like stressed. And I look at everybody and I look them in the eyes, which a lot of people don't do, is look people in the eyes, and I smile. And the minute that I smile, I could see their whole face change, right? Because I'm basically saying, like, I see you, I acknowledge you, and hi, how are you? And just that, again, even without the exchange of words, like looking at somebody and smiling, it can immediately change the situation.
Like that. Yeah.
Simple things, holding a door, smiling at somebody, offering a giving a quarter, helping somebody who's elderly, cross the street.
Yes. Those little things. I mean, and those, see, we say little things, but they're huge in another person's life. And people don't really realize that. I mean, when you text me, when sometimes, you always say I text you to check on you, but when you come and text me, or when you say, hey, Queen, and stuff, you just don't know. It seems like when you always text, you text me at the times when either, there's the situations going on, or I'm just kind of maybe a little bit down, which some people like, Barbara, you down? I say, yeah, I'm human. I get down sometimes. And then you come and say, hey, Queen. And I'm like, That's what I needed. Thank you.
I
See, so you
know.
never know.
Do you know
Yeah,
what, Barbara? I'm sadly disappointed. I know this has nothing to do with the podcast, but you and I used to check in and talk all the time.
I know.
Couple months, it's been horrible. It's been horrible.
Okay, so this checklist is checking us.
Yes, yes. You know, and
I
again,
gotta get this on
gratitude. I I remember, because of course the work that we do, we're in service, and a lot of service work is related to or connected to or people believe is like a religion, like it comes from the church and it comes from this. And
Mm-hmm.
um, I I I don't believe in a particular religion. I love all life and all humanity. And
Mm-hmm.
where was I going with this story? Prayer, prayer, prayer is huge. I can't tell you how many times a day I pray. No, I do not pray like Hail Mary, full of grace, or whatever the prayers are in the Bible. I don't know. Whatever those prayers are, I don't. I make up my own prayers, and they're almost like gratitude prayers too. Like the minute I wake up, I'm grateful. The very first, like, I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to experience another day on this planet. I'm grateful for my breath. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lord. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, higher power. Thank you, universe, source, whatever it may be. Like,
Yes.
please guide me. Please guide me. Use
Yeah.
me in the way that I'm meant to be used. And I'm not lying to you. How many times a day I do that, where I almost give myself and say, like, I'm willing, I'm able.
Thank you,
Teach
Christ.
me, show me, guide me. Um,
So, yeah.
I do this all the time,
And
and I
that's
swear a lot too. But right, because I got a potty mouth, everybody knows I got a loud mouth, a potty mouth. But I'm very spiritual. I'm a very spiritual person.
you're so funny.
Right?
But see, prayer. Okay, I just want to go to prayer just really quickly because we're not doing religious stuff. This is not what we're doing here. But prayer is this communication to, like you said, everything you mentioned. Some people have a higher power. Some people say Jesus. Some people say God. Some people say spiritual. Whatever that you believe in, you're just communicating, and that's what you do.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And you're just kind of just communicating and say, hey, first of all, I'm thankful for being here. I'm thankful for giving me my ears and my nose and everything else, my mouth so I can speak. I'm thankful for my fingers so I can type, so I can get to Serena and text her. I mean, those are things that I'm thankful for. I don't have no fingers. I couldn't text Serena. So up there, I mean, I know it's funny, but on a serious situation, we should be thankful for those things because there's some people that don't have that.
Yes.
So, yeah, I was looking at somebody the other day on the news, and at the age they turned 33, lost their hearing,
Yeah.
cannot hear anymore. So now they have to learn how to live in a world without hearing, and now they had to start doing their the sign language and all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, at age 33, all these years they've been boom, 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 33 now, no hearing. So that's what I tell people. We should be thankful because you never know.
Yeah.
Never know. I'm thankful for sign language for them because at least they can still communicate,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Gratefulness is huge, and I think every day that we are alive, we should, if you are really trying to heal your life, trying to be better in life, you have to appreciate the little things. You have to
Yes.
every day give grace and give thanks to be alive, to be here. Even like I will tell you for sure, in my most darkest of times, is
Mm.
probably what has made me extremely grateful because I know, listen, we can end with like, life is hard. Whoever told you life is going to be easy, they lied to you. Okay. Life is not meant to be a constant struggle, but
Mm-hmm.
life is going to throw you curveballs
Yeah.
no matter who you are, the richest, the healthiest, the sexiest, the whatever. You're going to go through hard times. So when we can learn the tools to manage ourselves during those hard times, we're always going to be okay. And I know in my darkest of moments is usually when I'm most aware and when I most understand that, okay, I'm going through this for a reason. It's not going to last forever. Stay strong,
Mm-hmm.
soak in it, and be grateful for it. So even in my hardest of times, I see the good and I try to appreciate the good, which I think has allowed me to get through life the way that I have. there's a lot of people who have really negative. What, this always happens to me. I hate my life. Nothing goes right for me, and all of that kind of stuff. And with a negative attitude like that, with negative talk like that, with your life is always going to be a struggle. And like I said, with just there's a lot of other things, but gratitude, Thanksgiving coming up in the USA, be grateful, be thankful. You're alive. You're here on this planet. You only have a limited time. We don't know when that end date is coming. It is coming. And do your best. Do your best. Don't soak in your sorrows. Don't complain. And do your best to be your best. And that should be evolving all the time. You don't want to stay stale, or you don't want to think you know it all, because when you do, you've lost it all. Right? So always be growing, always be thankful, always, spread kindness, spread love, and together we will help heal humanity, because that's what we do.
Oh, that's together forever and ever. Well, you know what? Queen just did it. I'm, whatever other things I have, she summed it all up. She hit every aspect I was going to talk about. I'm grateful for you. I just want to let you know that I'm going to start off with that. I'm grateful for Serena Bufalino, and I'm grateful for Help Humanity. You have changed my world. You have changed my world. And I mean that. Literally, you have changed it. I even get upset at people when they start going that negative and say, well, I had it. I said, you know what? There's people in Haiti, people like, they don't have running water. Shut up.
Yeah.
And then I myself, I'm like, I just tell them to shut up.
I feel like you, myself, and Christopher LaRoche, I think we're very similar people. I think we have been told to shh in meetings. But thank God that there's two of you too. It's not just me, because then I'd be getting in trouble all the time. And yes, even though I'm the CEO, that means nothing. The board members actually control the board, so they can put me in my place.
We'll put you in the corner. We'll put us in the corner. Put Barbara and Serena in the corner. Go to corner. But yeah, I did tell somebody, and they even said, they said, you told me to shut up. I said, yeah, I did.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Because I said, shut it up. I said, oop. And they said, you can't take it back now. It came out your mouth. I said, yeah, you're right. So shut up.
Yeah, and you know who else I find always very soothing and spiritual and beautiful? Luana, your partner, Luana.
Yes.
She's got a beautiful grace about her too. And again, I think you surround yourself with good people. I want to surround myself with people who are way more intelligent than I am, so that I can learn from them and grow from them. And I think Barbara, we wouldn't have this show and this podcast if it wasn't for you. So I'm grateful to you.
I think I kind of told you, I said, I think Help Humanity needs a show. We're going to put a show together. I know Serena's kind of like, okay. I see she just said
yes. You know me. Yes. Let's
you did that. You said yes, and we did it. So this is where we are. So everybody, before we wrap up, I just want to let everybody know, thank you for coming on, watching the show. Please share it out. Please tell people that we come on the first and third Thursdays. We're going to have more teachable moments / guests / me and Serena just having a love fest. I mean, that's what we do. But we do it out of love, because we care, not just, just for this organization, but for everybody around the world that's dealing with something that they really don't have no control over a lot of times. And that's the children. See, I want to end it with that. Children, adults, we find a way. We have to do whatever to do what we have to do. When you're a child, it's it. You're a child. There's nothing that they can really do. They have to depend on something. And we want to make sure they're depending on, nonprofits like Help Humanity and stuff that's going to be in a positive way, that's going to help them educational wise and get them food in their belly, not the other negative parts. So that's what we're really working towards.
Yeah.
So with that said, Serena, any lasting thoughts before we sign off?
No, just wishing everyone in the USA a very happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to all our viewers and our listeners. And I swear it's usually not just me talking forever. So come back, keep watching. And if you haven't, please go to our website, helphealhumanity.org, sign up for our newsletter, get involved, message us. And we need to, and we all need each other. So big love. Happy Thanksgiving. I love you, Barbara. I love you, humanity.
Love you. See you on the first in December. We'll see you then. Bye.
See you then.